Hello, I'm Rachel Detroit. I am on here to give you a little dose of um, what do we do when we feel overwhelmed, right? I'm Rachel Detroit. I'm a life coach. I help people transform their entire lifestyle. Um, and so, what that means is that you have to have the courage, right? You have to have the courage to move forward with things. You have to have the courage to try different things, to try something new, to be different, right? And so today I want to talk about overwhelm. And so overwhelm is something as a new entrepreneur, me, I've experienced a lot, and it just doesn't just go away because when you're running companies and you're wanting to pursue different things and grow in different ways, things pile up, right? And so this can be applied to any situation in anybody's life. It really doesn't matter what you're doing. But when you start feeling this sense of overwhelm of like, oh my God, what do I do? Where should I go? What should I, we tend to let the things pile up and let our overwhelm get bigger and bigger and bigger before we do something about it. It's almost like there's this part of us, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's this part of us that almost likes to sit in the overwhelm and stay stuck, right? And so if you find yourself in that place of overwhelm where you're stuck and you're staying stuck and you're not exactly sure what to do, this is what you got to do. All right, so you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to go. You have to just start, right? So you have to start with something small. So if you look behind me on this side, you see a list, and this list is just packed, right? And so it's just full of everything. I just word vomited everything out of my head. And then what I do next is I circle the things that are of most priority, right? And don't circle too many, right? If you circle too many, then you just put yourself back in the same place that you began at, right? If I put everything on there and then I circle everything, then I didn't do anything different than what I did other than waste the time of writing it on the list, right? So whether you need to write it down or whether you need to just put it in your head, you actually just have to take action, right? You have to do one thing first, get one thing done. Then you build the momentum so you get your one thing done. So sometimes you literally just have to take the bit in your teeth, shut your mouth, keep it moving, and do what's next, right? So get the first thing done, check it off. Then you start building this momentum. You're like, oh, I actually can. Like things are actually changing how I want them to change. Okay, then do the second thing. Now you've gotten 2 things done. Then you do the third thing. Now you've gotten 3 things done. And now the momentum is building. And before you know it, 4, 5, 6, you've gotten the things that you thought that are holding you back. And here's the clinger too on this one. Here's the ringer. A lot of times the things that overwhelm us, that we're so bogged down on, are the easiest things first, right? We pause, we freeze, we're stuck in our own tracks because we don't know what to do next. We don't know, there's too much. If you just start doing it, you actually just have to start. You just have to start doing it. A lot of times we find ourselves in freeze, right? And it's a lot of times it's the easy things that hold us back. Cleaning things up, moving things, getting started on, like for me, this kitchen table behind me, it was just this side, this way. It was just covered with items, just items. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm in the process of making a decision of, am I going to rent this place out? Am I going to Airbnb this place out? What is my next move here for my rental property that I live in, that I own, right? What is the next move, right? And instead of just taking the next action of clean the freaking table, which is clean now, instead of just taking that next action, we find ourselves caught in this, oh my God, what am I going to do next? Oh my God, what am I going to do next? And we just get ourselves frozen. We're just frozen in our tracks. So the solution is you just have to start. You just have to do the next thing and not focus so much on the next 30 things, right? The next 30 things, as you get the next one thing done, become 29. 2 things done becomes 28. 3 things done becomes 27. Before you know it, your list of 1,000 things where you couldn't handle, couldn't do, you have knocked down half of it, 3/4 of it finished, right? So a lot of times we're caught in freeze and we just need to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And we just need to put our first foot forward and get the ball rolling. You just have to get the ball rolling. Momentum, movement, gain, and growth. All right, that's all I got today. All right, and I'll see you guys soon. If you like what you see here, follow me on Facebook. You could follow me on YouTube, Rachel Detroit Coaching, Facebook, Rachel Detroit Coaching, LinkedIn, Rachel Detroit Coaching, Instagram, Rachel Detroit Coaching. Any questions, any thoughts, email me, racheldetroitcoaching@gmail.com. Bye.